Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am so excited because I am filming the follow-up for my collab with Tiffany from Beachbum Bookworm. Please go check her channel out. I will have her video and channel down below for you to check out. She is a wonderful person and she posts lots of content about cozy mysteries and romance on her channel, so I know a lot of you will really enjoy her content. But basically in video 1 from our collab, we picked out 5 books, cozy mysteries, for the other person to read that they hadn't read before, and now we are doing the follow-up today where we're sharing our thoughts on those 5 books. So I'm going to be starting off today with the first book that I finished, which is The Amish Candy Shop Mystery by Amanda Flower. This is a salted caramel. This is book 1 in the series and this was amazing. I loved this. 5 stars. I was so blown away by this cozy mystery on so many levels. I'm hoping the rest of this little vlog review video goes well because I'm so excited with how this one is to set the bar so high. I love this. So we basically have our main character Bailey King, and she has returned to Amish country where her grandparents are because her grandfather is unfortunately having health issues. And she's also up for a job promotion at JP Chocolates, which is this really fancy, world-renowned chocolate tier place, and she is the next one online for the promotion, but she just chooses to go back to Amish country to be with her grandfather, and a murder happens and the body is found in her grandparents' candy shop, and they're kind of suspects in it and they can't open their shop, and there's just so much going on. The emotions for this, the characters, I mean, my heart was just on so many levels. I was tearing up at certain points. I was getting so emotional about this. The mystery itself was really good. There were some really solid twists and stuff with this mystery where you thought it was going one way and then it veered the other way. There were some really great character moments. I loved this. I just loved this. I cannot wait to read the next book in the series. I think my library has some of them. I need to check on that, but I will be picking up the next book. So thank you so much, Tiffany. This one was amazing. I'm so impressed. So I'm thinking the next book I'll be starting with The Christmas Tree Farm, and we're going to pop in with my review on that now. This was a knockout recommendation and I cannot thank you enough. This might be one of the best cozy mystery introductions to a series I've ever read. It's up. That is Getting Old as Murder by Rita Lakin. This is the Meet Gladys Gold mystery series. Gladys is a 75-year-old retiree. She's in a retirement community and she's no Miss Marple. Her friends are no Charles Angels, but she is a private investigator nonetheless in this. I read this almost in one sitting yesterday. It was so good. The ending for this, okay, so let's start with some highlights. 1, Gladys is an incredible character. She is so funny. The wittiness, the punchiness, it kind of reminds me of the Jane Austen mystery series by Laura Levine, where it's not quite as self-deprecating, but it's definitely very funny, very witty, very punchy. I laughed out loud at several points of this book, so it was really good. The characters nailed it. I love it. I love Gladys. I was like, can I adopt you? I want you in my life. I just loved her, and the way this mystery unfolded was top-notch. The conclusion for this, I was so exhausted last night. I was reading this before bed and I had 100 pages to go, and I was like, okay, let me just wrap up the chapter I'm on. But then I could not wrap up the chapter I was on. I just kept reading. I stayed up another hour to get through those last pages because I was just I need to know. And I did guess who did it, and I was very happy and satisfied, and it made so much sense, but it was just, I thought it was really well done. I feel like I'm babbling on because I'm so excited, but this was so good. If you are considering this at all, go pick this up. It's amazing. So we have, like I said, Gladys. She's a retiree. She's got kind of her retiree friends around her who are all these quirky, fun personalities. These women are so full of life and I love it. I love seeing them living their best lives. It's in Fort Lauderdale. It's amazing. I really loved the mystery. I thought it was really solid. I thought the clues were really good, and without any spoilers, the general method that the who behind everything chose to execute the murders, absolutely horrifying. I mean, it was still cozy, definitely, it wasn't super graphic or anything. Still very much a cozy vibe, cozy slice of life moments, definitely a cozy mystery. But the explanation behind it, I was just sitting there like, no. Oh, this person, like, yeah, I was just sitting there like, oh, okay. The who for this, the behind, you know, everything, they deserve to rot. That's all I gotta say. Anyways, so thank you again to Tiffany for recommending this, because I had the best time reading this, and I cannot wait to jump into the next book. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do The Christmas Tree Farm next, because it is past July when I'm reading this now, but still Christmas in July. And as far as I'm concerned, it's practically fall. Anyways. Hi guys, I have the final 3 reviews for you. I got a little bit under the weather, so I'm gonna do these all at once. And as we expected with the trend of this video, Tiffany knocked it out of the park. I'm so excited to tell you about these. So the third one that I read was 12 Slaves of Christmas by Jacqueline Frost. And this has been on my TBR for a very long time because it's a Christmas tree farm mystery. All of the mysteries take place on a Christmas tree farm. And this was so charming. It made me smile so many times. The setting for this is so fantastic. Our main character in this is Holly White, and she is back at home on her family's Christmas tree farm because she was dumped by her fiance 2 weeks before the Christmas Eve wedding, which, I mean, it's better to be dumped right before your wedding than to go through with it and then be dumped, but still, that's really, you know, she's obviously in a bad place, but her relationship with her parents was so heartwarming. I love her and her parents. And then they, the farm like throws the reindeer games each year, so they have all these different Christmas themed hijinks and games and activities on the farm that bring in a lot of business. And there's this like hot cocoa they kept talking. I want hot chocolate so badly, and it's too hot out for hot chocolate right now, but oh my goodness, I loved it. The mystery for this was really solid. I did not guess it whatsoever. I was like, okay, that was good. So I'm so excited. The next book is already on my TBR. I think the 3rd book is coming out this year, or has already come out this year, so I'm really, really excited for this. Definitely will be continuing this series, hands down. The next one I read was the Sophie Kimball mystery. This is Botched for Murder by J.C. Eaton. I learned that J.C. Eaton is actually a husband-wife writing team, so there's actually 2 authors under the same pen name, and I thought that was really sweet. So this one was fun. I would say out of everything I read for this video, this one was probably the one I'm most up in the air about in terms of continuing. Like, I definitely want to continue it, but I think it'll depend on like if one catches my eye, whereas I know Gladdy Gold and the Christmas Tree Farm especially, I'm already trying to get the 2nd book because I'm so excited for those. But this one was good. I liked the Arizona setting. It definitely fit this time of year with the summeriness of this, and I think Sophie's mother, I'm so divided on her. Part of me is like, wow, this woman is really kind of annoying. Like, she called Sophie constantly. At least that's how it felt based on like the writing. Of course, the passage of time is a little hard to sometimes, you know, put in there, but her mom would instigate a lot of things. She would really push Sophie to get involved because Sophie works for like a private investigator firm, and she works as a bookkeeper. So she's not technically a private investigator, but that kind of gives her some access to things, which we always love in a cozy mystery. And I liked it because at certain points she would be interviewing different people, like trying to solve clues on the side, and she would pull out her card for the investigation firm but cover the title bookkeeper, so it just showed her name and the like private investigator firm, so people would assume that she was a private investigator. I thought that was fun. I thought that was really fun. But this was good. The ending for this caught me off guard. I liked the mystery. I feel like it really picked up about halfway through. It was a little bit of a slower start for me, but I do really like the characters. I want to read more for sure. I liked all of the comedy around the retirement community that she's like living near Sun City West, and this retirement community in Arizona, and like her mother's friends are all very quirky and fun, and they do a lot of things together, and they're always going to bagels and more, and they're just very charming. Feels very much like a Hallmark movie. I just loved it. I thought it was fun. This was a really good mystery. I especially liked the conclusion and like the clues and just the ending for this. I was actually really surprised with how like pretty action-packed it was. I was like, okay, cool. So I really like the ending. And then the dog on the front, I'm assuming from what I could tell was her mom's dog, Streetman? I've never heard of a dog named Streetman or Streetman, but apparently the dog is pampered to the absolute nines. So I loved it. I thought this was really fun. I'll definitely consider reading more in this series. I want to see if my library has more of these because I picked this up on a whim with like a huge bargain bin, like cozy mystery thing where I like just swooped up and got a bunch. I'll link the video above. For my birthday I picked up all these used books and I found this deal at a store that was like closing near me, and I picked up like 20 for $2 like in the bargain bin, and this was one of them, so it happened. That worked out really well. Last but not least, this one really knocked my socks off. That is The Darling Delilahs and the Cucumber Tree. This is part of the Darling Delilahs series, and this takes place in the 1930s during the Great Depression, so very much a different setting. All the other ones she recommended were contemporary settings. This one is historical fiction, and I love a good historical fiction mystery. I love The Darling Delilahs. They are so, I feel like I've used the word charming so many times, but they are incredibly charming. And what's interesting about this is the book actually jumps around from different people's points of view, different Delilahs' points of view throughout the series, because the Darling Delilahs are a garden club, and so you have multiple women in it and you're jumping around from different people's perspective, and that's really unique for a cozy mystery. It's almost always from one perspective of like the amateur sleuth, or it's in third person but it's just like following around the amateur sleuth. So this was actually really refreshing. I really liked getting inside of each lady's head. They all had unique stories, they had unique relationships, goals, motives, personalities. I loved them. I definitely want to read more from this. I'm really surprised. The only thing I have to say is I'm a little underwhelmed by the cover, just a little bit. I don't know. Let me know, do you guys like this style? Because I guess I personally like don't feel like this is, like, look at how fun this is. I don't know. It's not my favorite, but I also learned a little bit more about why the cucumber tree, because I was very curious about that. I didn't even realize that cucumbers grew on trees. I know that's really bad probably. I had no idea. I thought they grew from like the ground, like some kind of shrub or something, and they were like vines, like with a pumpkin, but like cucumbers. I don't know. That's what I had in my head, but apparently I was really off. But they have like this iconic cucumber tree in the middle of this Alabama town, and that's where everything is. We have some nice history of the town in here. I really love this. If you like historical fiction and a good mystery, this is a really fun one. I'm definitely planning on continuing. Thank you again, Tiffany, for doing this collab with me. I had so much fun. All 5 of your picks were just knockouts. I love these. You introduced me to some series like the Gladdy Gold series. I wasn't even aware of that series. And I'm questioning now, where was this my entire life, because it was so funny. And some of these other series that were just ones that I've been meaning to get to, like the Christmas tree one, and I'm so excited. So thank you again, Tiffany. This was so much fun. I'm so excited to watch your video. Please check out the description and my pinned comment down below. I will have Tiffany's channel and her video where she talks about the 5 books that I recommended to her and what her thoughts are on them. So I can't wait to watch that. Definitely check her video and channel out. It'll be linked down below. And thank you guys again. If you are new from Tiffany's channel, please hit subscribe. I do lots of cozy mystery content as well as other mystery and thriller content on this channel. So if you like a mystery, you'll love this channel. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!